All right, so this is going to be my quick review of Dragon Prince Season 4. So, right off the bat, for me, just watching, this season as a whole, it's a solid 7 out of 10, almost a bare 6. I do not see myself watching, and I'm being generous, this season again. I did not like. So they did. First of all, let's recap a lot of things. It's a time skip. So Caleb, Ezrin, Rayla, they all after the last battle, and the defeat of his name escapes me right now. Claudia and her father. Um, they it's in like 2 years or 3 years in the future where Ezra is now the king, Caleb is the mage, and Rayla is the that's she's back at being the assassin elf, but still can't assassin. The thing I hate about this, and I'm about to get into it, is the writing. You can tell the creator of the show left. I did hear about a couple years ago that there was some sexual misconduct with the creator, which I was not happy with because I already know. Once you recast people, rewriters, get new writers involved with the show, it becomes either A, they continue with what they left off, or B, the new writers want to put their ideals or their identity politics and all that in there. Fortunately, they already added some of that elements to season 2 and 3, so I wasn't really harping on that too much, but you could tell the writing with the characters, a lot of it was not good. Ezra, he became a little bit older, but Ezra wasn't, to me, Ezra comes off likable in his first 2 seasons than he does this one. Caleb is a lot more whinier this season because of what happened with Rayla. There's something that happens between those two. And Claudia takes more of the mantle. Is this very woke? No. It's very. You can when you watch it, you can tell it. You can see it where the writing is not the same. A lot of the jokes that hit the first 2 seasons are totally different than this one, and this one feels forced. Not a good force either. So for me watching it, I kept saying, "I said, let me get some more episodes," and it just got better. Let's see if it will get better. Excuse me, and it does, but it doesn't. If that makes any sense, it's okay. It's one of those okay seasons. Like this is not up there with 1 and not up there with 2. It barely passed 3, but it's okay. But I will not rewatch this again. I actually rewatched season 1, 2, and 3 all in order, and I'll probably do a video talk about that later, where how I rate these seasons. But the Dragon Prince, this season, it focused more on the game back together. Claudia and her father, and the resurrection of the evil elf that's been playing. That's been the earpiece for Claudia's father since season 1, and they really touch upon that. They introduce other dragons to there because now we see there's more to the world than we thought, which is good. I like the world building they did in here. Soren actually does a lot in here, which if you're a fan of Soren, the son of the brother of Claudia, then you like that. But other than that, though, it felt like it was missing something. And when I kept watching, I was like, this doesn't feel right. And when I watched the first 1, 2, and 3, there was something. I was like, okay, cool. But this felt weird, and I just didn't know what it was. And I kept trying to watch it, and I still don't know. Maybe when I do a second video on this down the road, maybe I'll figure it out. But right now, I can't tell you. But something was missing out of this. And it's one of those things. You know how season 1 and 2 and 3 were probably the top 10 on the top 10 list. This is not going to make it. One, Netflix has gotten so much shit on it that I don't think this show will be overshadowed by everything else. And I feel that once the creator left, then his ideals for the characters in the show left too. You can still see the blueprint that they're using, but the direction they're going is not his direction. And you can see it, you can feel it, and I can just tell it. And the characters feel like they're out of character a little bit. Some of them do. But it's not bad. I'm not bashing it. It's just a 7 out of 10 for me. And that's kind of why. There's a lot of scenes I did skip that didn't involve the main character. The best scene is when the evil elf takes over Caleb and he just straight up go in on the heroes. That is probably the funniest shit I have ever seen. Straight up goes in on the dragon and said, "Oh, you still look as lovely as ever. Sorry about your mate." I'm like, which that played a part about that too. Then he goes into Soren. Oh no, he goes into Ezran, a king who's over a king that's pretty much is all over his head. A king that's probably doing too much and needs to sit down. And then you have Rayla. He goes into Rayla saying that assassin elf that cat kill. Interesting. He moves on. And then Soren was the worst one. Then you have the Soren, the knight. A father, a son that, well, he pretty much said that even your own father doesn't want you alive. And that was like cold. And well, he said, ouch. And I was like, yeah, I miss it. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, that was the funniest thing I saw. But after that, that was it. Like, he doesn't really make appearance back in here. It's a quest to release him. Pretty much they're now on the quest of Claudia and her father are on a quest to release him to save Claudia's father, which we all know that's not going to happen. And Soren, Rayla, Ezran, and Caleb are on a quest to stop that from happening, which we all know that's not going to happen because he's going to get released. But other than that, like I said, 7, and I think I'm being generous here because I did enjoy watching it, but I also didn't enjoy it as much as 1 and 2. I think I gave 1 an 8. I gave 2 an 8 or a 9. I can't remember, but they were always 8 or 9s. And I think I gave 3 an 8 too. But there was always something in that for me to watch. So, yeah. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys next video.